Hey, if you want it, here it is. Come and get it. But you better hurry because it's going fast. I can't sing a lick. I'm always coming on here trying to do a little something, something. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cooking with Lady D. Glad to have you today. And we're about to throw down on some salmon croquettes. Yes, salmon croquettes. The fresh salmon. Ain't no canned stuff going on here today. No canned stuff. Fresh salmon croquette. And as I like to start every video, I like to always go over all of the ingredients. You guys ready to roll? This doesn't take too long. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Okay. So for our salmon croquettes, we have fresh salmon. I have a piece there. Then I have, a half a cup of cornmeal. Let me do this. I have a quarter cup of flour, 2 eggs, a teaspoon of adobo, a quarter teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of parsley, a teaspoon of black pepper, a quarter teaspoon of hot pepper to get things spiced up, about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 cloves of garlic. We have scallions here, about a quarter cup. And we have about 2 tablespoons of mayo. And also we have tomatoes in tomato sauce. That's what we have going on. So my pot, I'm going to go ahead and get that heated up a bit. Salmon is really a quick choice if you want to have something good and it doesn't take too long. So in fact, what we're doing today, we're actually going to do salmon and salmon croquettes with grits. We're gonna put it on top of our grits. So I already have my grits cooking. Grits is already cooking. So if in the event you're not sure as to how to cook grits, what I do, for every cup of grits, I put 3 cups of water. All right. Now here's the key. Grits take at least 30 minutes to cook in order for it not to be grainy and for it to be creamy. So I don't put any oil in it or anything like that at first. I just put my 3 cups of water. I let it come to a boil. I put a cup of grits. And the key is you can always add more water, but you can't add more grits. Okay? Because once it gets in there, that's that. So when I put my grits in, I usually go ahead and stir it up. The grits is actually ready because it's been on for 30 minutes already. I'm not going to tilt it too much because I don't want to spill. Now, on top of my grits, I always like to put some of my pre-cooked onions, peppers, and scallion. So the grits is finished. I'm going to take the onion, peppers, and scallion, put it on top, and I'm going to whisk it in there a little bit and just let it sit. That's the season. And I did put about a teaspoon of sassoon in my grits. That's what I use. Okay, so the grits is there. The grits is ready and waiting. So for starters, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and prepare this salmon. All right? So I'm using my cast iron skillet. I'm going to put it on medium heat so it can heat up. And now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start to put this salmon together. Now, sometimes if you like, you can use your fingers to break it up. I'm not going to use my fingers because I'm on camera. So I'm not going to use my fingers. I might have to, actually, because I usually do use my fingers to pull it apart. But for now, I'm chopping up the salmon. I'm trying to chop it up. I am going to use my fingers a bit because it'll take me all day here to pull it apart. Okay? This is nice, fresh, wild caught salmon. I like the wild caught salmon. Less preservatives, less dye and color and all that stuff. And I picked this up from Sam's actually. So this is 1 piece out of a slab of salmon that I purchased. It was like $21 and I was able to cut it up into about 3 nice pieces. And I put it in the freezer and I take it out when I'm ready to use it. So that's what's going on right now. It's been thawed out. All right, so this salmon, that should be pretty good. Let me rinse my fingers right quick since I had it in that fish. So what's going on with y'all today? What's going on? in Georgia. I can kind of feel it, and that's fine. Because my favorite time of year is actually summer, just as long as the temperature does not go above 85. Once it goes above 85 degrees, yeah, I'm ready for the fall. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead on and sprinkle in all our seasonings. Okay. We'll sprinkle in those seasonings. Get that taken care of. The pot is getting hot. The grits is already sitting there ready. And once again, this dish is pretty quick. It's comfort food, I say. I don't know, but for me, the only time I would eat this would be on the weekend, especially when I was working full time outside of the home, because you want to sit down and enjoy your food. This is not something that it's not like you just grabbing a bagel. You want to be able to sit down, enjoy that food. And not only can this be breakfast, this can be a brunch or a dinner. You know, grits is the new rice. Yeah, grits is the new rice. Everything goes with grits these days. Everything goes with grits. It's the new rice. Did I tell you I have mayo? Yeah, I did tell you I had mayo. I have mayo so that it won't be dry. Let me put my lemon juice in there. And that's it for now. So I'm just going to take this, mix it in a bit. It's looking pretty darn good. And this salmon is going to be good. The canned salmon is okay if that's what you use, but I prefer fresh salmon. I prefer fresh salmon. Okay, so now I need to whisk up my eggs. I have 2 eggs here. I'm going to just whip them up a bit. There we go. And I'm going to pour that over the salmon. Mix that in a bit. Oh, yeah. This is looking real good. Mix it all through good. The next thing I'm going to do is take my cornmeal, sprinkle that in, and then fold it. I'm not stirring anymore. I'm basically folding the salmon over into the cornmeal. I'm going to leave a little bit there. I'm going to keep folding. All right, and so now I'm going to go ahead on and take some of the flour, sprinkle that over gently, nice and gentle, rub it around, sprinkle some more, I rub it around, and I fold it. So now it's getting a little thick, so that way it's going to hold its texture when it goes into the pot. And I do have, in my pot, I'm using vegetable oil. That's what I have. So the pot is filled up about, I guess you could say, a little less than a half. It's filled. Vegetable oil. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of my cornmeal, put it on top, spread it around, and just a little fold. Just a little fold. So now we have ingredients to hold it together as well. All right, guess what? It's ready for the frying pan. It's ready for the frying pan. So we're going to go ahead on. It should be nice and hot. It is nice and hot. And we're going to scoop some in here. I'm going to put maybe 3 at a time. 3 patties at a time, because you don't want to overcrowd your pan. So we'll put 3 patties at a time, and we'll let them go maybe about 4 minutes each side. So there we go. Here's one. Pat it down a bit here inside my spoon, ladle spoon, whatever you want to call that. There's 2. They sound good already. And then we're going to do one more. Well, you know what? We're just going to leave those 2 because I'm going to have enough salmon for 2 more. So, hey, why even do both of them? I mean, all of them at one time, because I'm going to have to cook this as well. Okay. So now I'm going to take, while that salmon is cooking, I'm going to take a look at my grits. And I have the salmon on about a number 3. About a number 3. Oh, honey, this grits is looking pretty good. Look at the grits. See that grits? See that grits? Look at this. Look at this. It is creamy. Once again, it's been cooking for about 30 minutes. I always let my grits cook for at least 30, 35 minutes, and then I let it simmer down. I don't like soupy grits, and I don't like gritty grits. So this grits has to be cooked properly. So it's ready. So the grits is ready. And we're going to work on the salmon. So what y'all want to chat about today? What y'all want to chat about today while the salmon is cooking? We can chat a little bit. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. Oh, yeah, that looks good. So now let's chat about dialect. Okay, let's do something educational. Let's do some education going on. Well, when my kids were teenagers, they would say to me, Ma, you have 3 different voices. I'm like, 3 different voices? They said, yeah. So they didn't really know how to describe it. So they said, yeah, because you talk one way when you're talking to this person, you may talk another way when you're dealing with that person and so forth. Well, absolutely. Doesn't everybody have that? By all means, if I'm handling business, I would probably speak like this here, okay? Just to get a better understanding as to what's going on. But now when I'm home, I may just lay back and chill out and be myself. Or if I want to go, little ebonics, you know what? Yo, bro, you need to stay in your lane. I'm so corny. Ain't I corny, though? Ain't I corny? But you know what? It comes out naturally depending on the setting that you're in. And everyone should be able to adapt to various environments and various settings. All right, I'm turning it over. Oh, child. This looks so good. Yes, it does. So I'm going to get my spatula. I'm going to press it down a bit. It doesn't take a long time to cook at all. Oh, yeah. Another minute or 2 and this is done. Yes, so what I'm saying is that it is extremely important that you condition yourself to be able to speak according to the environment you're in, or who you're speaking to, or what the subject is about. That's everything, all right? So sometimes I'll get on here acting like, I can't spell the word encyclopedia. But, oh, trust me, I can spell encyclopedia. Probably could write one, too. But when you home and you lay back, that's what's up. That's what's up. So I guess my most comfortable dialect when I'm speaking, it would be when I'm at home. When I'm at home, because you just lay back. Or when I'm cooking, that's what it is. When I'm cooking, not cooking, not when I'm cooking. When I'm cooking, that's what it means. When I'm cooking, that's what I'm most comfortable at. All right, so this is ready. This is ready. These salmon patties are ready. It seems like it's more ready than I am, right? It's gonna open up the cabinet right in your face. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. All right. So I wanted to get out a little dish so I can put the salmon in. I'm just going to turn them over again. They're nice. See, they're not even falling apart when you turn them over. You see that? What a great patty. What an awesome patty. And what holds them or binds them together is because I did put the cornmeal as well as a little flour and all those seasonings. Oh, good gracious. They ready. So what did that take? About 2 minutes each side, 2.5 minutes each side. And specifically, it was cooking so quickly because I am using a cast iron pot. And it was preheated. So this pot was already warm. All right. So I'm going to take out one. I'm going to take out the second one. I know y'all got things to do, so y'all not trying to beat me all day for me to be cooking the other 2. So I could do that in a little bit. In a little while. I can do that in a little while. All right, so what I'm going to do at this time, let's go ahead and plate it. Let's put that food together. Here's my big spoon. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'll take some grits. Ooh, oh yes. I'll take some grits. Now what I do, I have some grits that I put in the bowl, right? I'll make sure y'all see this. So let me take you off of me. So here's some grits that's in the bowl. Now I'm going to take some cheese. You know, I always like to put things in the middle. I always like to put some things in the middle. Sprinkle some cheese. This way, when it's melted, it's going to be melted in the middle as well. I'm going to put a little bit more grits on top of that. This is going to be so good. There we go. I mean, the grits alone looks good, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit more cheese. Not much more. Okay. So this is like a pretty healthy meal. I don't have a whole lot of seasoning in here. I don't have any salt in here. Adobo was enough. I'm not a big salt person if I can find other season. Okay. So then I'm going to take that salmon, put it on the top. I'm going to scoop some of these fire roasted tomatoes on top. And maybe a little bit of juice going around. Come on now. Come on, y'all. You tell me your mouth not watering. You know your mouth is watering. You know it's watering. Hold tight 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and clean this station and we're going to take a bite. All right, everybody. Station is clean. Salmon sitting up on top of that grits. There's cheese around. Cheese under it. Oh, my goodness. This thing is good. So what are we going to do? We're going to do the grits first. Well, you can take it from the side to try some grits first. Or you could just go ahead. I'm going to just break into the salmon. Oh, child, it's going down in there. It's going down in the delta, baby. It's going down in the delta. Get some of the salmon. Oh, it's hot, y'all. Y'all see what y'all always make me do? Take the food out while it's hot. Oh, man. You see that? You see that? Fresh salmon is everything. You can buy it in a can. I do know that it doesn't come out the same way compared to fresh salmon. But I'm going to go ahead and taste it. Well, let me close this pot before I knock this pot over of grits, because I know that salmon is going to be so good. I may swing back and knock all the grits on the floor. So let me go ahead and take precaution. Let me be careful, or am I stalling because it's hot? All right, you ready? Let's try it. Woo! Are you ready? Let me see how hot. It was hot. You know what hot grits does, okay? Or what it have done to some people. Hot grits. Okay, here we go. This is so good. It is so good. Oh my gosh. It is so crispy. It is so good. Let me just show y'all a piece of salmon that's not in the grits. Remember the other one that we cooked? And I'm going to break into it and show y'all how crispy it is. Okay, so this is the other one, right? Now watch me now. Watch me work. Oh my gracious. Crispy. Look at that. You see how crispy that is? Oh, man. It is so crispy. You don't have to put it just in your grits. You can make a sandwich out of it. You can eat it by itself. You could just even chop that up and put it in tacos. Have salmon tacos. Add your little lettuce, tomatoes, and whatever else you want on there. This is working, child. This is what's up. Listen, it didn't take long. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with others. At the same time, please follow me on YouTube. You get there by Googling in Cooking with Lady D. Please, if you're there already, click like, click subscribe, and follow. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I love you guys. Hey, go on and make that salmon right. Make that salmon right. Take care and enjoy that food. I got to go ahead and dive back in that thing. It is just good.